Okay. Okay, we finished problem number 22, so we're on problem 25 now. So these are kind of word problems, talking about lots and things like that. And so let's just read it. Problem 25. A lot is in the shape of a triangle. One side is 100 feet longer than the shortest side, while the third side is 200 feet longer than the shortest side. The perimeter of the lot is 1,200 feet. Find the lengths of the sides of the lot. So basically, we're going to use words here, and we got to make a triangle somehow or another. So I'm going to just do this one here. Probably not. Let's not use that one. That's a right triangle. We really don't know what the angles are. So where's my? That's an equilateral triangle. This one's a right triangle. So I'm going to use this, which unfortunately it really, we don't know what the angles are, so I'm just going to write. So this may not be to scale, but we're going to just call them side A. Let's say this is side A, this is side B, and this is side C. Okay, so shape of triangle. One side is 100 feet longer than the shortest side. So let's say A is the shortest side. Let's call that X. So we're going to let A equal X. So it says one side is 100 feet longer than the shortest side. So B is going to be X plus 100. And then while the third side is 200 feet longer. So we're going to say C is equal to X plus 200. So this is the shortest side. This is 100 feet longer than the shortest side. This one's 200 feet longer than the shortest side. Find the perimeter of the lot is 1,200 feet. So we know that the sum of those three, A plus B plus C, is equal to 1,200. Those are the lengths, 1,200 feet. So what we do is we substitute in each one in terms of X, which is the length of the shortest side. So we have X for A, we have X plus 100 for B, and we have X plus 200 for C, and that all has to equal 1,200. So now we just have to combine like terms. We get 3x, x plus x plus x gives us 3, and we add 100 plus 200 gives us 300. Subtract 300 from both sides. Why do we do that? Because I want to get this by itself. So that gives us 3x on this side. That goes to 0, so we can drop it. 1,200 minus 300 is 900. And so x is 900 divided by 3. Divide both sides by 3. Then we get x is 300. So we know A is equal to 300. B is equal to 300 plus 100, which is 400. And we know C is equal to 300 plus 200 from here, and that's 500. If we add those three together, A plus B plus C, if we do this correctly, it should equal 1,200, which it does. You get 5 plus 4 is 9, plus 3 is 12, so you get 1,200. So that matches up with what we originally said. 28. Radius of circle. If the radius of a certain circle is tripled with 8.2 centimeters then added, the result is the circumference of the circle. Find the radius of the circle. Okay, hold on just a second. Excuse me, I was trying to stop. So I apologize for that noise. Okay, so let's do a circle. Draw a picture. It's always important to draw pictures if we can. So we're going to draw a radius. show that we have the circle from the center to the edge is the radius. And it said the radius of a certain r of a certain circle is tripled. So we take 3r, then add 8.2 centimeters. The result is the circumference. So we'll call that C. So 3 times the radius plus 8.2 is C. But what is the circumference of a circle? The circumference is equal to 2 pi times the radius. So all I have to do is make this substitution here, and we'll get 3r plus 8.2 is equal to 2 pi r. And so you see we have one unknown, which is r. So we'll get so what we're going to do is we're going to subtract 8.2 from both sides, and we're going to subtract 2 pi r from both sides. The reason we're doing that is to get this 0 and get that over here so we can solve it. So what you'll have is 3 minus 2 pi times r, because we've got 3 minus 2 pi and they're both multiplied by r, and that's equal to negative 8.2. So let's just plug that into our calculator. So we have 3 minus 2 times pi, that's negative 3.283 r is equal to negative 8.2. We divide both sides by negative 3.283 to get r by itself. And the radius has to be positive. Can't have a negative radius. So luckily they're both negative. So if you take negative 8.2 and divide by negative 3.283, we get the radius as 2.5. And with the units, centimeters. So let's just double check. So the circumference is going to be 2 pi r. So we get 2 times pi times 2.5. 2 times 2.5 times pi is 15.7 centimeters. And if we do the same, what we did, they said, is we triple the radius. So 3 times r plus 8.2 centimeters. 3 times 2.5 plus 8.2. We get 15.7. So that checks. We did it correctly. Next, 31. Perimeter area. In order to purchase fencing to go around a rectangular yard, would you need to use perimeter or area to decide how much to buy? So we have a yard, and we're asked about fencing. Well, where does the fence go? Does it go inside? No, it goes around the edges. So it just goes right around the edges. So this is going to be a perimeter. So the answer is perimeter. Okay, we're supposed to fill these in. All we have is r, d, circumference, and area. And in problem 34, we're given this 9, and we're asked to calculate everything else. So the diameter is twice the radius. So you just multiply 9 times 2. To find the circumference is 2 pi r, and the area is pi r squared. So 2 times pi times r, which is 9, gives us 56 point. Well, They actually want it in terms of pi, so it's going to be 2 times 9, which is 18 pi is the circumference. 2 times 9, 2 times r is 9, is 18 times pi. And for the radius, you're going to have pi times r squared, which is 81. 9 squared is 81, so you get 81 pi. And these are inches squared. That was what this originally was. This was inches. This was diameter's inches. This is actually, the circumference is just inches. It's just length. Whereas the area is inches squared. Okay, so 37, let's see, they give us, this is 12 pi. So we know that the circumference is equal to 2 pi r. And if the circumference is 12 pi, r is going to be just 12 pi divided by 2 pi, which is, pi's cancel out and become a 1. 12 divided by 2 is 6. So the radius is 6 inches. Now, once we know this is 6, we just double it to get the diameter. And to get the area, we square this, which would be 36. So this becomes 36 pi, and this is inches squared, whereas all these little ones are just dimensions. And actually, I think it's centimeters, isn't it? Centimeters, sorry. That one's inches, but this one's centimeters. 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 Centimeters squared. Okay, and the last one, we're given the area, 256 pi inches squared. So what's the area? The area is equal to pi r squared. So 256 pi is equal to pi r squared. So r squared is equal to 256 pi divided by pi. So we divide both sides by pi to get r squared. Those cancel out to become a 1. Take the square root of 256, and we get 16. So the square root of 256 is 16, so we get 16. The units are inches squared for the area, so the radius is inches. So we put that in. So let's go back and put that in. So we have 16 inches. We doubled it to get the radius, 32 inches. And the area of the circumference is 2 pi times r. So 2 times this is 32. So we get 32, but you've got to multiply by pi. So you get 32 pi inches. Inches squared. Okay, I think that's where we'll stop on this one.